So there has been a fragrance that for some reason I never reviewed on my channel. You guys have been asking me to review it for a while. It's been out since I believe 2021 by Yves Saint Laurent. It is YSL Y Le Parfum. So in this video, I'm going to be doing just that, giving you my full review, the performance, all that. So without further ado, let's get it. Alright, my great smelling dudes, welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back with another fragrance video. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know below if you've tried this, what you think about it. Don't know why I didn't review it on my channel, but again, from Yves Saint Laurent, this is YSL Y Le Parfum. I have the Eau de Parfum there. It's right in the back. I have the Eau Fraiche, which is their summertime lemonade version. In the middle of those two, you can't see because it's a smaller bottle. It's the YSL Y Eau de Toilette, which started it all. I'll give you a little breakdown. The Eau de Toilette is your out of the shower, soapy, fresh fragrance. Then you have the Eau de Parfum, which is your super versatile, long lasting, in your face fragrance. Some people call it the headachy fragrance because it is really powerful. Then you have again your lemonade fragrance, and then there's one other one that I don't have, which is on its way. It is the European exclusive YSL Y Live, which is apparently the fruitier version of all of them. And then you have this YSL Y Le Parfum, which is the slightly deeper, slightly darker version of it. For those of you who have not tried this fragrance, don't know anything about it, and you want to know more, I will give you the note breakdown here real quick. The top notes here are aldehydes, grapefruit, apple, and ginger. Mid notes are sage, lavender, and geranium. And the base notes are tonka bean, cedar, olibanum, and patchouli. So I'm going to be doing a full line buying guide sometime in the near future once I get the Y Live, try it out, do all of that, so I can give you guys kind of like a ranking of where I would put them, what they could be used for. But in this video, again, I don't know why I didn't do a video for this. The Eau de Parfum was like my third video ever. I might redo the video for that because back then I didn't know how to edit. But with that said, I do want to do a video for this because it is in my top 10 fragrances. I'll throw that out there now. It is one of my top 10 fragrances no matter what time of year it is. It is still a super versatile fragrance even though it is a little bit darker and deeper. When I do say darker in this video, I just want to reference that it is not a super dark fragrance compared to other fragrances out there that have like super amount of woods or spice or tobacco or whatever. It's not like that. It's just for the line itself that is already a kind of like a bright, sweet line. This one is just a little bit darker and smoother and more refined. With that said, I'm going to be comparing in this video the Le Parfum to the YSL Y Eau de Parfum because they are the closest in the line, and it is the most popular is the Eau de Parfum because of its versatility. So the Eau de Parfum, when you first spray that on, it is a sweet, there's that apple, that ginger, some geranium in there, giving you this, some people call it headachy. It's in your face, it's sweet, it's fresh, it's clean, it's absolutely amazing. The Eau de Parfum, to me, has the better opening, about 5 to 10 minutes compared to this. This one doesn't have that sweetness from the apple and the ginger. It doesn't really have that super fizzy pop that you get from the aldehydes, even though it does still have some fizziness to it. It's a little bit more smoother, more well-rounded, and a slight bit more mature than the original. With that said, it is still very versatile compared to the original. The original is or the Eau de Parfum. It's just the Eau de Parfum is just much more versatile. You can wear it any time of year. This one you still can. It's just it dials it down just a bit. So when you first spray on the Le Parfum, you do still get those notes. You still get those fizzy aldehydes. You still also get that little bit of airiness as well as a little bit of sweetness. There's still sweetness in this fragrance, don't get me wrong. It's just the Eau de Parfum dials it to 11, while this one just takes it to about a 7. And then you also get that ginger in there and a little bit of geranium, but for the most part, they're all kind of just mixed together very nicely. It's smooth, it's refined, it's really good. But again, the Eau de Parfum has my favorite opening for the first 10 minutes. Then once you get to 10 minutes, that is where it gets into the mid, and then slowly about 5 minutes later into the dry down. In the mid, you do get that same Eau de Parfum mixture. You get that clary sage, you get that lavender. The only difference is, again, the Eau de Parfum still has that apple ginger mix mixed in there, while this one is more of the clary sage heavy with the lavender, as well as a bit of geranium in there. And then when you get to the dry down of the Eau de Parfum, you get the amberwood coming in there, while with this one, it's the main focus at about 15 minutes is the tonka bean, and that is where these two fragrances kind of go in their separate directions, because the Le Parfum becomes the best fragrance in the line at about 15 minutes. So never go off the opening on this if you're comparing it to other fragrances in the line, because this one shines around 10 to 15 minutes. That is when the tonka bean comes in, as well as this nice sweet woods. I know it says cedarwood. There's also some patchouli in there, which is in the background, but it's not super noticeable. The main things you need to know is the sweet woods, as well as the main note in the dry down is the tonka bean. So the tonka bean provides this almost sweet creaminess. It's not comparable to like other vanilla fragrances out there, but it does have a vanilla tinge. So with that said, you get this also aromatics from those sweet woods, almost an ambery feel. Mix that together with the tonka bean, and then you also do get pieces of the apple and the ginger and the clary sage and the lavender, but they're more riding in the background while that tonka bean is really coming straight at you. It feels natural. They are synthetics, but they're masked very well. I can tell you this one, while it does draw back on the performance, it still performs very nicely. It's above average for at least the first 4 hours for the projection, and then the longevity is really where it kills you. It's about 12 to 14 hours. I'm going to say that's at a minimum. Stays on your skin for a while and never really truly becomes a skin scent until about 6 to 8 hours. It's just a really nice fragrance overall. I can smell it. And so if you have the YSL Y line, if you have the Eau de Parfum, and you're thinking, hey, I want to get something totally out of the box, totally new compared to the other fragrances, anything in the Y line is still going to smell like a Y. So don't get me wrong with that. There's just subtle nuance changes in there. If you have the Eau de Parfum and you only have 4 bottles of fragrance and you want to get a 5th and you're thinking about the Le Parfum, I would wait until you're done with the Eau de Parfum and then buy the Le Parfum, because to me, if you have a smaller collection, you don't necessarily need both. They are both very versatile. They both have a very similar vibe. One's just sweeter. I do have to say, for those who do have that headachy vibe from the Eau de Parfum, which there is a lot of people that get that, this will help you out with that, because again, it takes away that headachy vibe, that really in-your-face sweetness, that ginger, that apple. It smoothens it out, makes it a bit more mature. The Eau de Parfum's a bit more of a youthful fragrance, while this one is more of a mature, but still not overly mature fragrance. YSL Le Parfum, it's even, now right now, see I just sprayed it on, right now is where it's starting to get into that tonka bean, clary sage, lavender, with a little bit of aromatics coming in. It's like a fizzy, creamy vanilla. It's really good. So YSL Y, Le Parfum, best one in the line. I would say it's actually probably in my top 5 fragrances out there. If you haven't tried it, you should at least go out and try it, even if you don't plan on buying it yet, just to know what it smells like. Fantastic fragrance, can be worn in pretty much any situation. While it does lean more towards the night than the other fragrances in the line, I could still wear it during the daytime as well. Fall, winter, spring, summer, it doesn't really matter. Any occasion. I actually wore this to my sister's wedding. Really nice fragrance. So, yep. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. I've been wanting to do a video about it because it's just such a nice fragrance. Everybody needs to at least know about it and smell it one time. But YSL Y Le Parfum, I actually kind of hope they come out with like some kind of elixir or something in the future, because I love the YSL Y line, and I always have. It's just really clean, it's fresh, it's really nice. But thank you guys so much. Again, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll be back with another video. Peace out.